Next one's from Brandon Triano. The subject is God Bless Star. What's good, fellas? It's the mayor of K100.
There he is.
Happy New Year to you guys and all the K100 listeners. I want to hit a few points here. Jericho stuff has me shaking my head, not at him, but how this all happened. A rumor for someone who wasn't there, strategically placed in the land of one-sided stories, Twitter, has really shaken up the IWC. Now, personally, I don't even care what is happening because there's enough negativity in the world, like the multiple conflicts which can result in large-scale war, but hey, let's get distracted like we always do. Hope we get settled and everyone finds peace. I know Jericho's a friend to you all, so I know it sucks to see this stuff still happen to a homie. Here goes my question for this week. I'm not a big fan of women's wrestling, but two women got my eye. I think Giulia? Giulia. Do you know who that is, Konnan?
The Japanese wrestler?
Giulia?
Giulia? Look that up. Giulia. It says, I think Giulia is dope and Sexy Star get this man listening to Vincent Fernandez love songs, stripping on Yarito sodas in the car, learning Mexican Spanish.
She is. Yes,
card. I'm going to give a yellow card for that line, too.
Wow.
Anyway, the K100 Discord knows I want Julia in WWE. Her presentation is great, in my opinion. Her English is very understandable and only get better. If she does go to WWE, and would you get the subtitles route like Nakamura as just an idea? Only have her speak English as a tool to make a very serious point. I feel multilingual people can use this as a character building tool as long as the general viewer knows what is being said, thus subtitles. P.S. Free my boy James from Kentucky. Free speech. The phone line should always be open for the GOAT. I hope he calls Sapphire Gentlemen's Club and mentions disco on the show to get a limo to pick him up, free entry, free drink. How about that? We played the James from Kentucky clip last week. There's another James from Kentucky clip on there where Meltzer's talking about him. We'll play that at a future date, but it's pretty funny too. So Meltzer does not like James from Kentucky.
Yeah. So Scalia, she's an English-born Italian Japanese pro wrestler, and she's the artist.
Joe, that's great. Okay.
Yo.
Why didn't you show a picture of her? I told you to look.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing to say to that.
Kazoo Joe for that.
You're exactly right.
I want to see what the girl
looks. Kind of a self-kazoo at this point, but
I want to comment on the Jericho stuff. Okay, like you said, it was just all rumor, right? And somebody was saying, "Well, how come you haven't mentioned your boy?" I'm like, because I don't know any facts here. All I have are just like internet rumors, and somebody had an emoji. And this Nick Hausman guy, Penzer was going after this Nick Hausman guy pretty hard. Like, where's your evidence? What? I asked you 4 times. Where's your proof? Bro, the Nick Hausman guy came on today and apologized and said it was just all rumors and innuendo.
Yeah, and it's too late now, dude.
It says, of course, it's too late. The guy waited like 4 days for all the festered. He basically said, "I'm not a fan of Jericho." That's why he did it, basically.
And the the rumor spreads. The crowd turned on the pay-per-view and everything.
Yeah. All because of the story went haywire. They told and stuff like. Give me a break.
Can you find that, Joe? See what Nick said?
The apology?
Yeah. Find us on Twitter, Joe.
He said, guys, I did not backtrack anything. Anyone saying otherwise is incorrect. My feelings about Jericho remain the same. But on the show, he said, I never named anyone, and I was just giving an example, and I don't like Jericho and stuff. So, in my opinion, he did backtrack. But that's not going to do it. And certainly it's not appropriate, to cover what he started and began. If he wants to take it back for real, not.
Well, and this whole thing started. The genesis is going. I don't know if you saw this, but on Christmas morning, Jericho was tweeting about Punk's lawyer making like false statements or something, right? Well, Nick Hausman is a friend of Punk's, so Nick Hausman then
Jericho was tweeting that Punk's lawyer was making incorrect statements.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, there was some
kind of old now because of that.
I don't. But I don't. It's new to me.
He was on a show and he said something about all the NDAs involved, and Jericho tweeted, well, I didn't sign any NDA, so you're incorrect or whatever. And then Hausman said back, but what about the people you make sign NDAs? And that was the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That was the beginning of it. Yeah, but basically Jericho got the wrestling media did what they always do. Single source, no, just
And Disco, in my opinion, not only is it the thing you said about Hausman's connection to Punk and the lawyer that maybe started, but another thing is a lot of the wrestling fans and reporters, they don't like Jericho's politics. They don't like Jericho's wife's politics.
100%.
And I feel like they went hard at him because he's not, I don't know. And I said this last week before this broke.
He's not part of the woke internet wrestling community. Exactly.
Well, that's what I said last week before this broke, that, man, I was surprised to see before this how much negativity there was towards Chris, because it wasn't like that a couple of years ago.
Well, Cornette hates him. That's when you get that whole Cornette audience. But Cornette's got like 100, like he's got subscribers on his YouTube.
Yeah.
Like that whole community is like that's a significant fan base. You know what I'm saying? They all can't stand Jericho because Cornette can't stand.
Doesn't anyone remember that Cornette got fired from NWA because the same group of cancel culture people got him canceled for that joke? It's just very strange.
It is weird, right? Okay, next
is and let me just say one thing about the Japanese girl. She would get over Disco if she was holding a Dorito soda.
But click one of those pictures on Joe. One that she's relatively preferable.
Well, she's not for sure. But let's see here.
Click and make it bigger.
Here's the ring.
She looks pretty attractive. Yeah, I would say Booker.
Very much. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Yeah, she's attractive. Can she work? Who cares?
She's the artist of Stardom champion right now. Di.
Stardom. Good.
Yeah. Nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah. Next is a Travis, subject is Chris Jericho. The recent situation with Chris and Kylie Ray. I don't know if it's true or not, but my thing is, why has no one asked her why she left from AEW when it was hot? Unless there's an NDA involved, why would she need one if something didn't happen? Rather, if it was Chris or someone else, why ended the NDA, and why did he grant her request right away? The only thing I think of was there was something going on to put AEW in a bad light. It's no secret that in the history of mankind, people with power or high-standing company would abuse their power and company covered up. Here's a Tony Khan media scrum link below. Tony was nervous and was trying to move on to another question fast, but Sean Ross Sapp kept asking questions. Well, this doesn't sound like this. I've seen this clip. It doesn't sound like there's anything wrong with this at all. I studied body language. I saw absolutely nothing wrong with that. I didn't think he was nervous or anything. That just seems like a straightforward answer. You know?
And to be honest, if he was nervous, that was like his first time in front of the press with the company too. That's how long ago that was. You know?
I did definitely no reading into that, but by any stretch of the imagination. So, all right. Next is from Billy Carpenter. Subject is Tony Khan just hung Jericho out to dry. There's no point in talking about the Chris Jericho has been accused of because until there's evidence, he can't be deemed guilty. Here's my question, though. Once again, the biggest mark of all time, Tony did a media scrum for AEW pay-per-view, and wouldn't you know it, wouldn't answer certain questions. When asked about the Chris Jericho controversy, did Tony Khan deny the accusation, said there was fake news? No, he said he couldn't comment at this time. Tony Khan, in a roundabout way, just confirmed the NDA exists, and he told Jericho and all this happened while they're trying to work on a new TV contract. Chris Jericho has been accused of a crime, but Tony Khan's confirmed moron. What do you guys think about what Tony Khan did? I did not get that out of that at all. Is that what Joe? Did that what it's? Is that what
I didn't see
like
it.
You? Just try to pull up the clip when they asked you. First of all, it's embarrassing, Konnan, because Tony Storm gave Tony these glasses and a wig, and the USA Today guy was asking a question, and Tony's answering the question. He's got these glasses and the wig on while he's answering the question about the allegations.
I'm telling you, the scrums are way better than the shows. Okay, right.
I mean, so pull it up. Because I did not get that out of that at all. I was thinking he was like saying basically, what do you want me to comment on here? It's like these are unsourced allegations,
unsubstantiated. Yeah,
I'm saying right. Yeah. Which is so what else? What are you supposed to do? He's not. It's like what are you denying? It's like I'm denying. I'm substantiated. Like he's basically denying that these sources that whoever is saying this has any merit because I don't know who's saying this.
Yeah, he doesn't know going on.
Yeah, but by the time the third person asked, they were like very specific. Like, has Chris ever had this, that? And I would have preferred. Okay. I'm not a billionaire or a promotion owner, but I would have preferred to hear we investigated and it was unsubstantiated, or there was no need for an investigation because I've never heard of this. Something.
Go ahead.
It did seem
play
like
it. Play it. I want to listen to this again.
All right, I'll get you the
glasses
wig.
on.
I'll get you the wig. I'll get you that one.
When the glasses.
And would you be willing to wear the same wig and glasses, Joe?
All right, let's continue.
Give you some personality.
Absolutely.
We'll circle back.
I got it. Okay, hang on. 2 seconds.
That's gonna be our new thing. Circle back. Like what's your name? You used to say that.
Yeah, we'll circle back there. All right, you see it?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I got a DM from somebody while this was going on.
Yeah.
That was saying, how on earth could you have put Julia Hart out there? She was out there for like 40 minutes and like she has no clue what to do with the media.
Yeah.
She's like looking down the whole time, just like, no, I'm just like, I mean, yeah.
Bro, I told you before, not hating, just stating she does not come up as a star.
Right. She needs coaching, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. The AEW is the safest place to work, which is absurd. Okay. Because it was funny too. When he said that and that clip was on Twitter, bro, you should have seen the replies. Everybody showing the clip of like Matt Hardy falling on his head and stumbling all over the place.
I got the hat one too. Finally, someone the audio is cool. So this is this one.
And we're very serious about, and we've had a policy in place. And certainly, I think any time there's anything like that, we would make sure we do everything we can to prevent it. AEW has the best safety record, I believe, of any pro wrestling company in the world. I believe we have the most safe environment. I believe we have the best safety record of any pro wrestling company, and I would hold the record of AEW on safety against any wrestling company in the world. And I think AEW is the safest place for pro wrestling. And if any of our wrestlers ever have a concern, they always have an open line to talk to me. And I believe anybody would sit here and tell you they always do talk to me anytime they are concerned about anything.
Can you speak to what the policy actually is, though, and things that have been disseminated to employees, things that are taken as sort of?
Well, certainly, and if there was anything that came to light to me, I would take it to the disciplinary committee. And, that's how we've been doing it.
Yo, what up? This is Konnan, and I host Keeping It 100, my co-host, Disco Inferno, unfortunately.
Well, I'd say you're my co-host.
Listen, every Thursday here on Spreaker, we talk pro wrestling, sports, movies, music, TV, pop culture, and some politics. It's everything the rest of the pro wrestling podcasts are not.
Tune in to hear myself, the superior one, educate and inform.
Tune in to hear me bury Disco.
That's very disrespectful.
Join us every Thursday on Spreaker and keep it 100. Boom!